Okay, welcome everyone. Let's we'll start our lesson 2. Today lesson will go through LO2 learning outcome 2. As you know me, my name is Anjum Satha. Please, if you have any question, drop me email anjum@ukversity.co.uk and I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. So LO2, which is be able to create human resource plan for an organization. Today lesson will go through the strategic human resource management. We'll start. Okay, so previous lesson we had a discussion about 3 M's, which we discuss about money, material, and manpower and labors. Really, labor means manpower. Competencies and capabilities. We discuss about what is the difference between capabilities mean ability to do something, and competencies mean you can perform the task with less time, less cost, and high quality. So human resource management is the process of recruiting, selection, performance, and human capital development. That's all come under the human resource management. So management is the process of designing an environment to achieve the organization objective. We discuss about training and development. Development is the long term and training is the short term to achieve the pre-selected objective. Okay, Nokia, as we discuss about, they close many R&D research and development centers throughout the world, and it's a huge impact on their performance due to. So we can look around these, all in the light of, the various authors and views. Today lesson is about our LO2, what you know about human resource plan. So when we say human resource plan, this means where you are, where you want to see yourself in future is a planning. Planning is a set nav, is provide a navigation. If you don't have a plan, you are without set nav in the middle of the sea. You don't know where you go and you don't have a direction. So you have a plan. So plan is in place, and that's really we can keep moving, keep moving. That's really we need to be carry on looking. Okay. So please, we need to be look around the human resource management. What's come under these? We can look around the development, which is opportunities. We can promotion, personal development, continues carry on doing CPD. Discipline, really, we want a grievance procedure, dismissal procedure, external agencies advise, ACAS, which is um, all the code of conduct. We can look around the employment legislation, equal opportunities, race, gender, disabilities. We can look around Discrimination Act. We can look around union recognition. Contract is an offer and acceptance. It's a compulsory. We should provide the contract to employees. Health and Safety Act 1974. We can look around EU directive, which is all the rules and regulation about working, flexible working hours, and GDPR. Recruitment, advertising, job description, personal specification should be clear. The job description is what is about job, personal specification, what quality we want in individual. Selection process. So we can do the shortlisting, interview, we can do the presentation, entry exercise, which we can do in agencies, and we can look around. Welcome. Psychometric testing. We can look around aptitude testing. Good morning, Osama. You okay? How are you keeping?
Good morning. Good morning.
Great. So we can look around motivational theories, which will look around the productivity. Productivity means less cost, less time, and high quality. Trade union. Of course, you're right to join the trade union. You're not forbidden, and collective bargaining within the trade union. That's part of a HR as well. Training. Of course, we look on job and off the job training. We look around the reward system, those are appropriate, So these all come under HRM, human resource management. This little tree indicates everything. Today lesson indicative content, what we look around the business factors, uh, growth in the business, change in the business. We look around the labor market, technologies impact. We look around the human resource requirement in the personnel prerequisite, what qualities, skills, and capabilities, ability required to become successful and achieve the organization objective. Developing a human resource plan. Today's key focus, human resource planning. Plan is a set nav, where you are, where you want to go. If you don't have a plan, you don't know the way. So that's why how much is staff we required, how much will we recruit internally, how many managers will require, how much growth we want in next few years. So all this can be linked to the human resource planning. So efficient human resource planning is a traditionally which we need to be make sure known as a manpower planning. Underpinning the effective human resource strategies, we can define the human resource planning as the comparison of the organization resources which forecast the labor demand. So is the high demand, less demand of the labor. We look around scheduling, we look around the activity, acquiring, training, redeploying, possible discarding, or we can even making downsizing at the right sizing, making people redundant sometimes, hard end strategies. All we will be in our discussion, which we can look around. So when we look the background, HR should be contribute overall the effectiveness our organization achieve, number of way helping, organization to reach goal, exploring about the workforce skill attribute efficiencies, look around increasing their job satisfaction, self-actualization and quality work. That's really we need to be, we can look around these different perspective to be achieve organization objectives, supporting all HR policies, program, procedures. We can look around communicate effectively. All level of management need to understand what a HR function can provide in the term of maintain the ethical and socially responsible practices. That's all we need to be look around in to achieving the organization objective. So then if we look the background, human resource effectiveness is a people management in our organization, empowerment, pushing the responsibility to the lower level. So lower level and the right to make the mistake, immense, impact on the speed and the delivery. So there is a lean manufacturing or the lean, which is first time you do the things right. The role of education manages, empower, and implies at the process of the as are smooth and quicker. The role of HR is the underpinning, really identifying and challenging the group organization, including HR process. We can look around HR connect, managers. It can influence on the many managers to focus on the key gaps causing organization ineffectiveness. That's really we need to be look around. Okay, the process involving ensuring that the employees feel that the role is right and their abilities, and we can look around the competencies as well. Satisfy. Satisfaction is the key, because when the people are satisfied your workforce, the quality of the work and the performance can go up. So satisfaction can become, you have to create an environment where the people feel confident. So when we do HR planning, we have to look around the job design. You design the job that's interesting, ultimately help you to organization objective, what you want to be. We have to look around attracting employees, recruiting and selecting. We can look around deploying the employees at the right person at the right place at the right time with the right skills, and we do training and development. Retain employees because staff retention, relations with the labor, separations. You have to be look around your interest and uh, organization interest. Okay, so we need to be look around the strategic plan, HR plan. We can look around the company. What are the plans? We can look around strategic analysis, identify HR issues. We can prioritize it, and we can drop HRM strategic plan. So when we look the HR plan, we can look around, determine the needs, recruit and select. We can develop the training, compensation and appraisal mean measure the performance like 360-degree appraisal. Don't appraise only senior to junior. In math, 360 mean whole circle, so everyone give the reviews about the individual and all the point we put, and then we can promote the people on the basis of 360-degree, because unbiased appraisal system need to be. HR planning, when you do the plan, please look around the personal needs. Don't be under or over the queue. That can be create a lot of costing for the organization. Factor an external environment, show the optimum use of existing resource. Look around the future requirement. If you're using the new technology, maybe we don't need, because the robots coming, machines coming, we need to look around the less human resource now, but we need a technical resource more to assess the surplus or the shortage of HR. We can look around the anticipate impact of the technology and the jobs HR and determine the level of recruitment. That's all we need to be look around. Okay, so when we do, please, what we need to be look around HRM, human resource management. We can look around technology, economics, political, union, social, and professionalism. That's also very important to achieve the organized. So policies, organizational conflict we need to be reduced, and the mission mean the values or why you're in the business. Always look around. So we need to be really we have NCA, National Crime Agency. If the companies are not treating or involved in the criminal, we can do complaint to them as well. It can be look around. The future personnel needs, we can create a high talented personnel, international strategies, foundation of personnel function, and resistant to change. Sometimes people not want to change it, because culturally, and they think, come on, what's the point? Why manage it? So you do the constant improving, continuous improvement. So human resource growth cycle planning, we can environmental uncertainty. We can look around human resource planning, HRP strategies, action plan, and the outsourcing. Sometimes we can do some outsourcing like payroll department, IT department, and it can be all over the world. So factor affecting HR planning is when organization enter into the growth state, the mature organization experience less flexibility, variability slow down, and HR planning is dominated layoff, retrenchment or retirement of the employee. So we can look around environmental uncertainty like war between countries that can be impact our trade, and maybe we have the HR demand can be impacted. So we can look around these, it's a huge impact. Recruitment and selection and succession planning, that we need to be. So when we do the factor affecting, we need to be look around internal growth. We can look around growth through the mergers, narrow, broad, informal, formal, reactive, proactive. We need to be more. We need to be inflexible, flexible. So HR planning need to be focused on these. Any question, Osama, if you have, please?
Thank you.
So we can look around HR plan when we do, the economic factor, technological factor, demographic characteristic of population, like, male, female, age group, retirement age factors, all families and all these, we look under the demographic, political and legislative issues and all others. So that's, help you. And these factors, we look at the forecast, supply, demand, and the shortage, and our immigration policies are the coding, like, in Canada, in here in the UK, and all over the world is based on the demand of workforce. So HR demand forecast, we can look around the process, estimating the future quantity and the quality of the people management. So we can look around the basis of the forecast, annual budget and long-term corporate plan, and we can look around the demand forecasting. We can look around the internal budget constraint implies separation, production level, external. We can look around the competition laws in the chain. We can look around the demand forecasting technique. We can look around the managerial judgment, ratio trend analysis, Delphi technique. Delphi is a 360-degree appraisal, which we can, so that's, regression analysis, like, correlation regression. In maths, we do HR supply forecasting, moving averages, and things, the people like to be available within or outside the organization, and that's for planning purposes, because we don't want to be the shortage of the staff as well. HR programs, we can look around demand and supply. So when the salaries go up, what will be happening? So supply can be more about people can prefer those countries that the companies, and the demand, we look around, if the business is growing, the demand can be high. HR plan implementation, we make sure recruitment, training, succession plan, job analysis, what's the job, what's the skill. There is a method called STAR method of interview, which is quite good to explore. STAR is the behavior-based interview: situation, task, action, and result. So there are a lot of videos on the YouTube. Please, if you want to be good to be watched and look around, because the competencies-based interview. Job evaluation means, using the information. Job analysis systematically determine the value of each job in relation to job within the value of the job. Basis of approach is ranking method, classification the job, factor comparison, and point based method. So these method we can use to evaluate, so we can enlargement mean you can give more role and responsibility to, we can enrichment mean the characteristic vertical loading, means, adding the duties and responsibility to the job with the variety of the skill. You feel the autonomy. I'm a boss of this, but ultimately we are achieving and the job satisfaction. Job rotation, sometimes it's good to be rotate people from one to other department, and they can learn cross departmental responsibility. And worker trades, we can do the trade analysis, what qualities human being are the workers include. Like if somebody is very user friendly, can speak different languages, it should be good, HR customer manager. Here is an example of Aldi. We can look around, identify the Aldi's use HR function to support the business activity. Different, the bureaucratic personnel function, we can look around Aldi's strategic plan. So when we look, the what the Aldi is doing, the organization strategy, organization culture, competitive financial and environment grant, needs of human resource in the light of the HR planning factors and the financial resources. They are looking all these the key points as equal opportunities, and we discussed earlier. So then HR, when we looking the strategies, cost leadership, Michael Porter gave these four strategies, those we can use. Cost leadership, you want most cheapest company is your business strategy, but efficiency, stability, then the cost control, long HR planning horizon, build, the skilled job and imply specialization and efficiency. HR prepare, promote, within extensive training, HR and training recruitment. We look around the differentiation, growth, innovation, and decentralization. If your objective as an organization, shorter HR planning horizon, higher this HR capability needed, and broader, which we can look around more flexible jobs. So external staffing can be, yes, less, training, and those, we can look around the cost and the benefit of all. Okay, so cultural factor play the key role. That's, when we do the HR planning, already is also look around, because already is in various part of the country, as even in different part of the world. So power distance, we can look around individualism, cultures, masculinity, similarity, which is given by Hofstadter. It's called cultural dimension. So the author of cultural dimensions. So it's good to explore, and these are all he said. So he was IBM working in and conducted research, and that, gave different dimension, and we have to look around HR planning. HR management plays significant role, which we can look around productivity in. So these are the crucial factors which we can look around HR planning, productivity, which we discussed earlier. Productivity mean, exceeding in all areas, less time, less cost, high quality. Really, we can through the effective, the planning, when we align everything with the organization objective. We can look around HR as a unit, and managers really manage. So participate in the strategic planning. We can identify and the supply and demand, which identifies the HR strategy, design HR planning, systems, compliance, procedure, clock in, clock out, everything which we can as the manager responsibility to design an environment to achieve the objective. When we do the forecast, we can scan external, analyze internal environment, and then you make strategies how much staff is required. Okay, so environmental scanning is very important. Like at the moment in the UK, day before yesterday, budget being announced, and the national minimum wage is going to be £12 and 25 pence. £12 and 25 pence. So this is mean in from 1st April, we have to forecast how much cost will be required, how many people will be required. Can I make, or some people near to redundant? We can, our geographical or other area or the competition, and we can look around these, and we can put the plan accordingly. That is quite crucial, which we need to be. Internal assessment, the organization capabilities, inventories, HR databases, which we can component, we can key skills, and the knowledge, skill, and abilities required for the role. We clearly identify external supply, what is happening, forecasting the demand and supply. Of course, we can look around immigration, we can look around training in the workforce, economic forecast, technology advancement. These also crucial. Okay, so We can look around forecasting the supply and demand factor affecting internal supply. Maybe we'll carry on spending money on the current staff and we can promote, Sometimes we have to downsizing is the mean the right sizing. Reduction in the workforce can be due to the lot of, because if you're selling online now, we used to be face to face, and that's, which we can look around our direct, business model. That's, also look around the current staff level, projected outflows, inflows, and what is units of supply for the next year. So these, we can use the model, and that's also for the forecasting. Okay, we can look around the various model return on investment, how much money we invested, how much is the cost we have, and how much is operating cost, how much is one-time cost, and we can look around what is the contribution per employees can be the value gain from the productivity. We recruit 10 staff, what impact on the sales per suppose, or the per pound we spend on the training, what's happening per pound in the generating, so we can look around in the mathematical point of view. We can compare the performance again, the data we may, and data is very important because there are these are good few examples, please, for your reading. So measuring impact of the survey, of course, we can, like, if you have the qualified level 3 customer service advisors, what's happened if you do the survey of the people, the person was efficient, the goods were delivered on time. If that's happening, this can be positive impact, so we can look around the physical resources, financial resources, and human. We discussed model yesterday, RBV, resource based view model. Yes, that's, which we can focus on. So we can look around HRP planning, human resource, skill, attribute, knowledge, behaviors, and potential. Threshold, what are the threshold customer minimum requirement, unique resources, what is required, threshold competency, what is the minimum competency required in the role, core competencies, which is because the competency you're competent today is not meaning you're competent forever. Competencies carry on redundant, we can want to be renewed. So we can look around these all, we can lead them, we can write down in our planning. If we have inadequate resources or redundant competencies, we have to renew it and we have to invest it. Resource, that are the value, those are the rare. So we can look around. We can look around VRIOS model. If that's, values, rare, inimitability, no one can copy us. Yes, we can look around organization or substitute, so these all we need to be look around in planning process. We can use these models. So value, rare, not, easily imitate, or not easily to substitute. Okay, so these and external environmental factors. The term capability emphasis on the key role, which we said capabilities mean ability to do something. In the light of the capabilities carry on, we have to renew them, we have to invest the money to stay ahead. So when we looking the training and development, target training and development, staff policies, organization learning and development procedures, and we can look around the people are the key resource and performance we have. We look the behavior and we look the structure of the function within HR perspective. Otherwise, we're not going to achieve what we're supposed to be. The strategic HR planning, when you do the business planning, you look overall business and you look HR issues analysis, you do forecasting, requirement action plan, what required in the light of the organization where they want to see themselves in future. So HR plan, including succession plan, look around implies utilization plan, implies, development plan, performance reward, and implies. So we can look around all, and at the end I included the list. You can do HR planning quiz, please. It's quite good. You can copy the link and you can go through. Any question if you have, please?
No, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for attending today. So today we discuss about HR planning and where we are, where you want to go. And we said, you can look around demand and supply, and you look the external, internal environment, and you look the capabilities and competencies required, and you can use RBV, resource-based view, VRIO model, and these, can be used to identify the capabilities and competency required. That's all from today, and I hope I'll speak to you all during our next lesson. Have a lovely weekend.
Thanks so much. Cheers.
Thank you.
Good night.